Hello students, in continuation of chapter quadratic equation class 10th, today we are going to learn how we can say the given equation is quadratic equation. So let us begin with this. As in the earlier session we have learned what types of situations we are facing in day-to-day life and what are the real world applications of the quadratic equations. So let us revise this quickly. Throwing a ball, bicycling up and down a hill, calculating speed, that means all these are the examples. Finding speed, quadratics in arithmetics also, and calculating room areas. All these are the examples of real applications of quadratic equations. As in the picture we are observing a person when he throws a ball, it goes like in the direction, it is a curve, and this curve is known as parabola. In the quadratic polynomial, as we learn in the quadratic polynomial, that means in the chapter number 2 polynomials, the graph of the quadratic polynomial is a parabola. So that means the graph, when we get a parabola, so that is the quadratic polynomial, and when it is equated with 0, it becomes a quadratic equation. So all these are the situations where we can apply the quadratic equations, as we understood in previous session. So let us start the exercise 4.1. Check whether the following are quadratic equations. So how we can find the equations are given are quadratic or not? So it's very simple. If it is given x plus 1 whole square is equals to 2 into x minus 3. So left hand side is in the form of a plus b whole square identity. So open it. A square plus b square plus 2ab, that means x square plus 2 into x into 1 plus 1 square is equals to the right hand side also 2 multiplied with this equation becomes 2x minus 6. That is x square plus 2x plus 1 minus 2x, and this the quantity which is in the right hand side, take it is in the left hand side, it will becomes opposite sign, that is 2x is minus 2x and minus 6 becomes plus 6. Now when we solve here, this 2x and this minus 2x both are equal, so they will cancel out. That means we can say here that 2x and minus 2x becomes 0. So x square plus 7 is equals to 0. Now x square plus 7, here exponent, highest exponent of this variable is 2. So here we can say the equation is in the form of quadratic equation. So it is a quadratic equation. Similarly, let us consider one more. 2x minus 1 into x minus 3 is equals to x plus 5 into x minus 1. So here the example shows is finding the product of both the sides. So let us find the product in both the sides. 2x minus 1 multiply x minus 3, that means 2x multiplied by second bracket x minus 3 and minus 1 again multiplied with x minus 3. Similarly in the right hand side will follow like this. 2x square minus 6x minus x plus 3. This 2x square multiplied this x, that means 2x square. 2x multiplied this minus 3 becomes minus 6x. Minus 1 multiplied by x minus x. Minus 1 multiply minus 3 is 3. Same here, x plus 5, that means x multiplied by x is x square. X multiplied by minus 1 is minus x. 5 multiplied by x is 5x, and 5 multiplied by minus 1 minus 5. Now what are the like terms in the sides? First let us solve them. So here it is minus 6x and it is minus x becomes minus 7x. minus x and plus 5x becomes plus 4x. Now all the quantities in the right hand side transpose to the left hand side. So we get 2x square minus 7x plus 3 minus x square minus 4x minus 5 is equals to 0. Now again, like terms we can solve as minus 7x and minus 4x becomes minus 11x. 2x square and this minus x square becomes x square, and the constant term plus 3 and plus 5 is 8. So we get x square minus 11x plus 8 is equals to 0. Again we are observing here that this equation we are getting is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. That means this is also a quadratic equation. So finding the given equation is a quadratic equation is very simple, or whatever the equations are given we have to solve it out, and final statement, final equation when we are getting in the form ax square plus bx plus c is 0, then it is a quadratic equation. If not, then it is not a quadratic equation. Okay. Now let us take second question of this exercise. Represent the situation in the form of a quadratic equation. So one problem is given in this. A train travels a distance of 480 km at a uniform speed. If the speed had been 8 km per hour less, then it would have taken 3 hours more to cover the same distance. We need to find the speed of the train. So here, as the distance is given 480 km, speed is uniform, and according to the first statement we can find an equation as the distance is given 480 km and we have to find out the speed of the train. So let's consider it is u km per hour. So here time taken for covering 480 km at uniform speed will become time is equals to distance upon speed, that is time 480 upon u hours. Similarly, now the condition is given if the speed is 8 km per hour. Speed is 8 km per hour less. So we have taken the speed as u, so it will reduced by 8 km. So we can get time to cover the distance is 480 upon u minus 8 hours. Okay. Here the condition again it is saying that if the speed we are taking 8 km less, then it would have taken 3 hours more to cover the same distance. That means this time, so here we are representing the first time t1 and the second time is t2. Now these two are t1 and t2. When train goes at the uniform speed, time is t1. But when the time is less by 8 km or decreased by 8 km, so that speed is decreased by 8 km, so time is taken to complete the journey for 480 km is 3 hours more. So that meaning when we add 3 to the t2, that means time taken by a train, this t2 plus 3 becomes t1, correct? So here both the equations we can rewrite as t2 minus t1 is equals to 3, correct? As I told you that if we take t1, this one is the time taken by the train, and when the time taken by the train is t2 and here it is the speed is decreased by 8 km, so this time taken by the train is more than this time, 3 hours. Here it is given na, it would have taken 3 hours more to cover the same distance. So t2 plus 3, correct? That means here. This plus 3 will not here. Why? Because whatever the time taken, this one t2 is more than this time. So how it will be equate? As if we take t1 plus 3 hours, then the time becomes equal to t2. Correct? Yes. As it is, the condition 2 says 3 hours more. So when we add 3 to the second condition, so more time it will become more than 3 hours. So this time 3 will be added with first time t1. Then only the equation will be equals, or then only the algebraic expressions will be equals. That means t1 plus 3 is equals to t2. Now the equation this we can rewrite as t2 minus t1 is equals to 3 hours. Now put the values of t2 and t1. It is in the form of distance upon speed. So it is t2 480 upon u minus 8 and t1 480 upon u. So subtraction of these two is equals to 3. Now take the LCM of the denominators, u into u minus 8. So u into u minus 8 divided by u minus 8, we get u. So u multiplied by 480 is 480u. Then again denominator this, that means LCM. LCM u into u minus 8 divided by this denominator u becomes divided u times. So u minus 8 multiplied by 480 is equals to 3. Now solving the numerators, we get 480u minus 480u plus this 480 into 8, and minus becomes plus. So 3840 upon u into u minus 8 is equals to 3. Now these two are the like terms, 480u and this second term is minus 480u. So they will cancel out. So we get in the next step 3840 upon u into u minus 8 is equals to 3. Now by the cross multiplication, we get 3 multiplied by u into u minus 8 is equals to 3840. Now multiply this, we get 3u square minus 24u is equals to 3840, and this right 3840 goes to the left hand side. So it will become 3u square minus 24u minus 3840 is equals to 0. Now this is the standard form of the quadratic equation. So the condition, the train goes at the uniform speed for 480 kilometers and the speed is reduced by 8 kilometers per hour, then the time taken is 3 hours more. This condition we can represent as 3u square minus 24u minus 3840 is equals to 0, where this u represents the speed of the train. So by solving this equation for the variable u, we can get the actual speed of the train. So in this way, we can form the quadratic equation using the given statements.